My name is Mli. My wife is Naureen Ncube. We lead a church called Tabernacle of Worship in a suburb called Kolbron, which is next to Kuwadzana, which is on the western high-density suburbs of Harare. We handed over a church called Living Up Christian Fellowship to a guy called Joe, who is currently leading the church, and is going well. And we took over Tabernacle of Worship. When we took over Tabernacle of Worship, there were serious challenges, and the biggest challenge was the land. The suburb that Tabernacle of Worship is, there is no hall, there is no school, there's nothing. It's just a new suburb. So they had built a structure on a city council land, which they were not paying for. They just opted to use that land for temporal, no lease, nothing on it. And then the council sold the land to another church, and 3 months down the line when we took over, we were booted off that land. And then we went to the council and said to the council, please, can we find somewhere where we can meet? And then the council, after a process of another 3 or 4 months, they then said, okay, we'll give you a piece of land where you can meet, where you can put up your structure. Temporarily, you're not paying for it, you just use this land. And then we used that land. We used the land from 2006 to 2009. That's about 3 years. We used that land without paying anything. And where we had built the land, when they came to do the pegging, because we made applications, that made more than 7 applications for that same land, and we were turned down. And then another church came, and they put the temporary shelter next to us, and they made the application, and then the application later was approved, and they subdivided the land into 2, and we got 3,200 square meters of the land last year. And it's a 30-year lease, and we're paying the lease $325 a month for the next 30 years, of which I believe is probably going to be reviewed down when we get our currency or when something else happens in the country. We're trusting God for a miracle to happen in that regard. On the land, we want to build a community center, a hall that can cater for the community needs, because there's no hall, there's nothing in the community where we are. A community center where guys can come and have some meetings or weddings and other things in the community. And also, we have a wing that we call the Sunday school block that we want to use as a preschool to cater for the kids in the community. And we also have a plan of building a small house that will house at least a minimum of 8 homeless children or orphan children, to give them a future, education, and a family to belong to. We hope to increase the number beyond that. That's our dream.